Okay everybody, super excited to do a review on this Suzume toolkit. So this is a torque wrench set for taking care of all of the accessories and components on bicycles, but you could use this torque wrench and this set of tools for so many different things. So I wanted to show you, this is how it comes packaged. You got a nice little sleeve here. We're gonna pull this off and I'll show you what you actually get in the kit. So we'll set this to the side. You do have a nice carrying case, and this is super nice because you can keep everything in one place. The really cool thing, and I love this about Suzume tools, is you have these foam inlays. So there is their certificate of calibration, so you can see how well this torque wrench spec'd out, specifically this one, when they test them. You've got this super nice carbon fiber style faced foam inlay, and everything is labeled super nicely, and you have labels up top. So you've got two different places where you can see what's actually in the kit. Now, the thing I like about this, you have your nice little 1/4 inch torque wrench. Torquing different pieces on a bike is highly important in my opinion, because you don't want to be riding down the street and have your handlebars fall off or something go haywire and get hurt. So it's really nice to know what the torque spec is when you are working on stuff like that. Now this, when you are storing them, you want to make sure you store them in the lowest setting. And this is inch pounds and Newton meters. So it's 20 inch pounds to 220 inch pounds. So it's set to the lowest setting right now. You can hear that audible click. So when you're torquing and you want 20 inch pounds, when you're actually torquing the head of whatever it is you are tightening, that audible click lets you know you've hit your limit, so you are tightening it to the proper spec. It does show very nicely. You can see here on the actual shaft of your torque wrench what you're set to, and you can dial it in very nicely. You've got 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and then it goes up all the way to the 220. Something I wanted to mention with this kit is you've got the lockable button on the back of the torque wrench. So let's say you need to use a T30, you have a nice labeled socket here for your Torx. You push that on and it's not gonna fall off. That's very nice. And it has a place. I love that they all have their own little place, so you don't have to worry about losing it, which is great. I do wanna mention one thing. I'm gonna turn the camera around and I'm gonna show you guys specifically when you are set to the appropriate torque spec, because it can be a little bit confusing, and I want to make sure if you're going to be using this torque wrench, you understand how this works. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so here's a nice close-up of your inlay with your kit. So you have these Torx, you have Allens, you have some sockets, an 8, a 7, and a 6 millimeter, and then 1/4 inch, and you also have 10 and 13. You have some bigger sockets as well. So this is the M10. But you would have to use the adapter, which goes from 1/4 inch to 3/8, so you can actually step it up. Now for your actual setting, right now it is set to 20 inch pounds. So this line you have to follow down, and when you have hit the bottom of the line for that torque setting, that is how you know what you're set to appropriately. So you pull your little collar down and you can give this a twist. So let's go to 40, and now 40 would be at the 0. So we're locked back in place, it's not gonna move, and you can see we're at the bottom of the line for the 40, so now it's set to 40 inch pounds. You've got your tighten and your loosen, which is great. Again, the little button here, when you press that button, that loosens up the ball so you can lock on and keep your socket or your head of the tool from falling off. Nice design, you can see here, let the camera focus, it's got a nice design. You can see labeling very easily. Very nice setup, and again, I can't sing the praises enough that you have everything in one spot. You don't have to worry about losing it. Big shout out to Suzume Tools. If you guys are looking for a high quality torque wrench, I highly recommend this kit. Thanks for watching.